What if I told you that during Iran's deadliest protests in decades, there are allegations, still unproven, that the regime may have crossed one of the world's most dangerous red lines, using chemical weapons against its own citizens? Since late December 2025, Iran has been rocked by nationwide protests, hyperinflation, currency collapse, food and medicine shortages. Millions took to the streets across all 31 provinces. The government responded with live ammunition, mass arrests, and near-total internet shutdowns. Thousands are believed dead, while tens of thousands detained. And then, a darker claim began to surface. Opposition groups and exile media started reporting something unusual, not just tear gas, not just bullets. They claim a toxic chemical substance was used on protesters in certain areas. Victims reportedly collapsed without visible injuries. Some became severely ill, then died days later. One UK political figure said he received what he called a credible report describing delayed symptoms and regime forces wearing protective gear nearby. If true, this wouldn't be riot control. It would suggest something far more serious. Here's the critical part. As of now, no major independent organization, not Amnesty International, not Human Rights Watch, not the BBC, Reuters, or the UN, has confirmed the use of banned chemical weapons. The reporting documents live fire into crowds, beatings and torture, mass unlawful killings, overwhelmed prisons and morgues, but no verified proof of nerve agents or prohibited chemical gases. The chemical claims remain unsubstantiated, circulating mainly through social media and opposition channels during an information blackout. If these allegations were ever independently confirmed by leaked evidence or an OPCW investigation, it would be a historic escalation. Chemical weapons have triggered international intervention before. They are among the most taboo weapons on Earth. Even the suggestion raises alarms in Washington, London, and the UN. So right now, Iran stands at a dangerous crossroads, a regime accused of mass killings, a population pushed to the edge, and allegations, still unproven, that one of the world's darkest weapons may have been used in silence. The truth may still be hidden, but the consequences, if confirmed, would be impossible to ignore.
A devastating revelation out of Iran. New reporting alleges the Islamic Republic imported foreign militias to crush its own people. According to detailed findings by Iran International, Afghan, Pakistani, and Iraqi fighters were deployed in Tehran during the January 8 and 9 protests in what witnesses describe as a massacre carried out under full internet blackout. Sources say Iran's IRGC Quds Force coordinated the operation, deploying fighters from the Fatemiyun Brigade in Afghanistan, the Zainabiyun Brigade from Pakistan, and Iraq's Popular Mobilization Forces. These groups, long backed by Tehran abroad, were allegedly turned inward against Iranian civilians. Senior government and security sources speaking to Iran International claim at least 12,000 people were killed nationwide, much of it concentrated over January 8 and 9. Initial estimates reportedly come from Iran's own security institutions after internal cross-checking. The report alleges the killings were carried out on direct orders of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, with the knowledge of all three branches of government. A live-fire directive was reportedly issued by the Supreme National Security Council. Iran International says its findings are based on multiple corroborated sources, including officials close to the Supreme National Security Council, the Presidential Office, IRGC insiders, medical data, hospital staff, eyewitnesses, and families of victims. As the killing unfolded, Iran imposed an unprecedented communications and media shutdown. Hundreds of newspapers went silent. Only state media and tightly controlled outlets remained. A move analysts say reflects fear of the truth emerging. The unrest began in late December amid economic collapse. Iran's currency hit historic lows, inflation surged near 40%, and food prices soared. What started as merchant protests quickly became a nationwide revolt against clerical rule. Iran International's editorial board says the killings represent the largest mass killing in Iran's contemporary history, calling on families to preserve evidence and testimonies. This will not be buried in silence, the outlet declared. If confirmed, these revelations mark a chilling escalation, a state turning foreign proxy fighters on its own population. As Iran remains largely sealed off from the world, pressure is mounting for independent investigations into what may be one of the gravest human rights atrocities of the century.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.